Here's a little tip if you're just starting out on your MAF journey. Break your runs up into chunks, like I'm doing today.
Hi guys, how you doing? Trying out a new microphone today, so hopefully the audio will be a little bit better than it has been in some of the past videos. Now, before I dive into talking about my first week back running to the Maffetone method, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone out there who watched, commented, liked the video where I had to cancel the Breaking 3 project, my quest to run another sub 3-hour marathon. Just blown away by the amount of support that you showed for me with that decision, and I'm just so appreciative of everyone who took the time to comment. I have got to all those comments and replied to them. Just want to say thank you to everyone who's been following along on my running journey, and just like I said, just blows my mind that we've been able to create this little running community here on the channel. So thank you again.
MAF, my old friend, we meet again. This is my first run back running to MAF for months. I think it was earlier this year, so it's got to be at least 6 months. And what I'm trying to do now is strip everything back to the basics as I work through this Achilles problem. So I have grabbed the Garmin heart rate chest strap, wearing it, and I'm just going to be sticking to below my MAF heart rate number, or my MAF aerobic heart rate number of 130. Whoop, GoPro pole just slipped down. So today is a 5k, not paying any attention to pace, just wanting to keep that heart rate number down under 130. So far so good. The plan is to keep these distances short, just to try and allow the Achilles to get stronger. I'm a strong believer in, if you don't use it, you lose it. Got to keep that Achilles nice and stretchy. Continuing with the exercises and the stretching as well. I've had those 2 days off now since I walked home on that long run in the last video. It's feeling okay, but I think my confidence is just shot. Every little thing that I feel around that area, I'm going, oh no, is that it again? And that's just a confidence thing. I got to get that confidence back. Let's cross over this road. So I've just got to keep it really simple for as long as it takes, and hopefully it'll come right. This road is very busy. It's like another housing estate going in. Residential market in southeast Queensland, where we live, is so strong at the moment. Lots of properties being sold and lots of new developments. Heart rate is, that was good. Bit over 5k or 3 mile, 5:15 pace, and good thing, heart rate was all under 130, except for probably the first few hundred meters where just took a little while for that chest heart rate strap to kick in with the Garmin. A couple of times I just felt the Achilles, but very mild and didn't last for very long. But I'm going to continue with the really just the small steps at the moment. As I said, strip it right back and just see how it goes. Maybe might be 2 days running, 1 day off, just for a little while, and then maybe in a few weeks or a week or 2 weeks or whatever, might just slowly increase the distance, or I might even have some more walk breaks or something to see if I can get a little bit longer on the legs.
So that was Wednesday. Thursday, pretty much exactly the same. 5.5 kilometers, 3.5 mile, heart rate below that 130 beats per minute. No footage from that run. Friday, took a day off. Now this is something that I'm going to do for the next little while anyway, and that is I'm going to run 2 to 3 days and then take a day off just while I'm managing this Achilles problem that I've got. Saturday, 2 kilometers to park run and then 2 kilometers back home. The 5 kilometers of the park run, no issues whatsoever with the Achilles, kept the heart rate pretty much under control. It did rise a couple of times, just 1 or 2 beats above that 130 beats per minute, but I slowed the pace and got it back under control. Look, it is difficult to maintain your MAF aerobic heart rate level when you are running with other people. I don't know, it's just the adrenaline. And plus now here in Brisbane, we're starting to head into some warmer days as well now that we're into spring. Now I've said this several times here on the channel in the past about running in the hotter conditions and trying to maintain your Maffetone heart rate level. It's just a little bit more difficult because it is warmer. The heart is working just a little bit harder to push the blood around the body to help keep it cool. So that's pretty much what was happening there at Park Run, a combination of running with people and also just a little bit warmer conditions.
Good morning everyone. Sunday. I'm just doing something a little bit different with today's run. Going to break it up into 3 lots of 3k with a 5-minute walk between each 3k. Main reason for doing this is just to keep a little bit of the load off the Achilles and not just trying to load it up too much with one run of 9 or 10 kilometers. Keeping things still nice and easy. This is the 4th day this week that I've been running and haven't had any issues with the Achilles. Sticking to the MAF, of course, around that 130 beats per minute. A little bit difficult because it is getting warmer. I'm starting today's run with a 10-minute walk and then I'll finish with a 10-minute walk as well. Here's a little tip if you're just starting out on your MAF journey. Break your runs up into chunks like I'm doing today. Have set walk breaks. Now what that'll do is not only allows you to recover a little bit, but also just brings the heart rate back down and also stops that frustration that you have when you first start out in the MAF, trying to stick to your MAF aerobic heart rate level. Doesn't matter how long the walk breaks are, just long enough to bring your heart rate down, because over time, as your aerobic base gets stronger, you're going to find that you're going to walk less and less in the runs, and before long you'll be running all the way at your MAF aerobic heart rate level. So don't be afraid to walk, especially in those early stages of running to the MAF. And just like that, it's done. $10.27k all up, includes the walk. 5:43 pace. Didn't stop the watch on the walks. A couple of little hills in that run. Heart rate did creep up to that 130 beats per minute and 1 or 2 beats over, but I'm okay with that because it came straight back under that level. Once I got to the top of the hill and crested it, no pain in the Achilles, which is even better. So 1 week back, being patient and not putting too much load through that Achilles.
Now after Sunday's run, I was in the shower and I just happened to glance down and have a look at my Achilles. It was really quite noticeable how swollen it was compared to the right leg. Now it's the left Achilles which has been the problematic one. Now this is something that I hadn't noticed before. There was that swelling in the Achilles. I did take some photos and a little bit of footage of the Achilles. It doesn't really show up all that well, but believe me, it was quite noticeable and a little bit concerning because there's obviously something going on with the Achilles. I'm running pain-free, but that swelling there has just got me a little bit worried. So I'm going to maintain the lower intensity, the shorter distances, the little bit less frequency with the running. Trying really hard to get an appointment with my physio to get a professional opinion. I get a little bit more clarity on what's happening with the Achilles. First week back running to MAF, really good. Only 31 kilometers for the week. What's it, about 18 mile. No pain, as I said, in the Achilles. So I'm just going to keep it pretty much at this level for as long as it takes. But the main thing is that I'm running, I'm pain free. That's it. First week back running to the MAF. Pain-free, a little bit concerning about what's happening with that swelling in the Achilles, but I'll get in and see the physio as soon as I can. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing at the moment. Low mileage, lower frequency, keeping to the MAF heart rate, and just see what happens. I hope your running is going well, guys. Leave a comment to let me know what you're up to, racing or training wise. And for more on my running adventures, check out these videos. Until next time, guys, stay safe, happy running, and I'll catch you then. Hooroo.